Bunny is going to have a grooming session. Hey, boo-boo. Oh, you know what's happening, don't you? Just shake out the dirt. So, let's see. I normally do this outside on the patio every day. Hang on, I can't open the thing while I'm just going to open the door a second. Go out on the patio to do this. Oh, here we go. Right. Okay. Okay, boo-boo. You stay there. That's it. I know you don't like the sun in your eyes, so I'm going to see if I can block the sun with the camera. Oopsie daisy. I know you have a bit of an aversion with the camera, boo-boo. Sun's in his eyes, that's not great. I'm wondering whether I should point it the other way. Should I point it the other way? He's just like, I'm ready for my grooming, but he has to keep his eyes shut, so let's just turn you around the other way. Ooh. Ooh. Do it this way. There you go, there you haven't got the sun in your eyes. And I'm gonna, let's see, take a seat here. That's better. Sorry, fiddling with the camera. There we go. Right, this is essential oil. I'll give you the ingredients. Anyway, this is what I groom Bunny with. It's a nano toothbrush. It's a really fine, compact head toothbrush, which is great for removing flea dirt and flea eggs. Right? Let's see if we can find some flea dirt. Hey, boo-boo. So, place to check is on his crown. So I'll use this wire brush first to fluff it up and just get a track of anything. If I see any flea dirt, it looks like pepper. And if I do if I do this once every 2 hours for a solid day or two, just keep doing it every day, once every 2 hours, as often as you can do it, it will get rid of the fleas. And as long as you are doing extra things in the house, like taking care of the carpet and bed sheets and everything, should get rid of the fleas naturally with no pesticides or anything. Right, I actually groomed him a couple hours ago and it looks like nothing's come back and there's no flea dirt. I was kind of hoping that I would show you something, but it looks like it worked. And this has been going on now for a couple of days. As they mature and they get to egg laying status, I have to keep on top of it, you know. So it looks like there's no more fresh flea dirt. So where they normally live, and all animals get fleas and humans get lice and bunnies get ear mites, and you know, and it comes from the hay whenever they're out in the garden, so it's going to happen. And it's uncomfortable for the poor bunny, as well as me, because I'm allergic to all kind of bug bites. And this is great for just cleaning off any flea dirt, the flea poop, which there's none in here at the moment. But if there's eggs, they usually show up in the tip of the ear. And the tip of the ear looks a bit straggly at the moment because it's got essential oils in it. Usually what I do, see, he's loving this. He's already licking his thanks. Because this is like him grooming himself, but he can't reach. So he's grateful, he's licking already. And the flea eggs look like salt. They usually are embedded right in the tip, and I would have to zoom in with the camera, and I don't think you could see them. I think there's probably one there, but it's very likely dead. Because what I do is, I go through and I get the essential oil. Is that boo-boo? So I get the essential oil, which is a mixture of lavender, rosemary and peppermint. Can't use anything citrus because that's toxic to bunnies. So lavender, peppermint and rosemary is a scent that they can put up with. And I put a dollop of hand sanitizer in there and mix it with distilled water, and I put it on a roll-on, and then I soak the edges of the ears where the fleas like to lay eggs, because this skin is really tender, so the new fleas come up and they bite on the edges, and you'll see the mother egg layers. They come and they bury their heads right in here, but there's none. There's none today. We got them all out, didn't we, boo-boo? Hmm? I can see some flea dirt. The interesting thing about flea dirt is it's essentially blood. So it dissolves in this essential oil stuff, and it stains his fur. It's really horrible. So it's best when I do the flea dirt thing first, I get it out with the nano toothbrush dry, and I do the essential oil after. He loves it. He's just sitting there like, oh yeah, just do that. You love it, don't you, boo-boo, huh? What tends to happen when you start getting fleas, when you start attacking them and they start running, they migrate. They go in towards the ear and his cheek. And then if you miss it, you have to wait a couple hours for them to migrate back up to the ear to start their feeding and laying to catch them. So normally what I do is I attack as quickly as I can with the dry brush to brush out the flea dirt. The flea dirt is the sign that you've got a flea. And you can catch them easily when they're on the ears. Is when they get into the cheeks that you can't get them, because it's very dense and you can't part the fur and grab them easily. So once the flea has escaped and gone back into his cheeks, there's no chance I can get it. Another sign that your bunny may have fleas is if he has droplets of goo in his eyes, like right here. If his eyes are watering or they're gooing a bit, that's an autoimmune reaction. Your bunny is essentially crying because he's uncomfortable and his immune system's acting up because he's being attacked. So you're like, okay, poor bunny needs help. So you can just do this as often as you can during the day to break the laying cycle, to break the breeding cycle. And then he'll be fine. It looks like I've solved the routine in just a couple of days. But if they pick up fleas, it's quite a normal thing that can happen. I don't freak out or panic about it. It's just a job that I have to do consistently for a few days in a row. And I know when I've done it well, when the next morning there's no flea dirt. You just have to make sure you go around and treat the carpets. Put salt in them to dehydrate the eggs. Yeah. Right, let's check inside your ears, because sometimes they migrate inside the ears. And usually if the bunny has fleas, his ears will excrete a little bit more. So it's kind of a sign if his ears are excreting a little bit more than normal. He just lets me go in there with my finger and rub out some of the dirt. Don't you? You like that, huh? Do you like that? Yeah, there's a bit of dirt on my finger. Don't know if you can see it. Not much. Not bad. Do that again. Should we do it again? Oh yeah. Do you like that? It's pretty clean. You're obviously not that irritated anymore, huh? Except my finger in your ear. Not really sure. Okay. There we go. But you're pretty clean, huh? So the essential oils worked. It's essentially killed off any eggs that were there and broken the cycle. Usually there's like a crusty bit, like near the edges of his ears where the fleas have taken their regular dinner, and his ear won't bleed, it will just leak, and it will cause like a yellow kind of scab, like from the oozing, from the immune system reacting, but not actually a bleed. But he doesn't have that. I actually got rid of the last scab today. It's just a crust, you know, it's not very pleasant. Like normally you feel their ears and they're nice and smooth. But if he's got fleas, it'll have like a little crusty scab or something stuck in the fur. Nope, that's not one. Yeah, it's healed. Oh no. So again, you won't be able to see this, but that was an old sore spot that's healed up from the essential oils. Because the other thing is, this essential oil, rosemary, lavender and mint, it repels bugs. Oh, you've had enough? You had enough? Okay, you've had enough. Let's do your bum. Let's do your bum. Because he never gets fleas around his bum, but if it's a source of irritation for him, then he ends up with his horrible diggy, scratchy, bitey behaviour. So it's always nice for me to stay on top of his fluffy butt. Let's clean your butt, eh? This is how I clean Bunny's butt. So I like this flower cushion because I'm able to burrito my bunny. There we go. You burrito my bunny. I know you're not keen on it, are you, boo-boo? And then I'm able to just clean up this fur here. Oh, you're shaking. Okay. Okay. Because often if they've got a flea problem, they will have the runs. You can see here it's a bit mucky. Sorry for putting your private parts in the camera, boo-boo. I'm just demonstrating when your bunny's not well, if he's got some autoimmune reaction going on from fleas or he's not feeling well, he'll probably have gooey bits, and I want to just keep on top of that because that's a source of potential fly strike. Okay, you turn up. That's it. There you go. I've finished with your butt. Alright? Done? Done? You just want proper grooming now, just straight grooming? I'll do your toenails next time. How about that? I got 2 bunnies. I have to do this a second time over. And they both love it. Don't you, huh? Yes. found a flea. I found a flea. Oh god damn it, it moved so quickly. I was just hoping I was going to catch it on camera, which would be amazing if I could. Let's see if I can get it. There was a flea. He's still got active flea. Okay. This was a real fast one. Okay, there's a bit of flea dirt. I saw it, but it was too fast. So I'll come back, probably get it on the next treatment, on the next session within a couple hours. While he's active like this, I'm going to be doing this literally every 2 hours, because they migrate up to the ear to lay eggs. So I have to break the cycle. There's some flea dirt. Don't know if you can see it. There's a sign that there's active fleas. It's like pepper. So if I get it out with a nano brush, and then I'll show you the brush, you can see the flea dirt in the brush. It's flea poop. It's basically the blood excretia. Okay. So this flea has probably gone and escaped down into his neck area again. That's upsetting, eh, boo-boo? Another hint of which side the flea is on. You notice his eye is a little bit watery on this side. Therefore, the flea is on this side. That's a hint of where to find it. So, the flea's disappeared already. I definitely saw it though. I was hoping I was going to catch one live on camera. It's probably the only flea left because I've been doing this for a few days now, so they have diminished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this wide tooth wire comb and just aggravate the fur, make them move about a bit. It's probably just the one flea that I've got to try and catch. It did look big, it looked like an egg layer. When they get above 3 millimeters in size, they're ready to lay eggs, and I find that when I pop them, their bellies, rather than just blood, it's just a belly full of white. And I'm like, damn, I want to get it before it lays eggs. So let's see if I can disturb it. You like this, don't you, boo-boo? And usually once they end up in his cheeks, I'll never be able to get it, and I've never managed to catch one so far in his cheeks. Let's see. That was a fast-moving flea, boo-boo. Normally they're kind of drunk on the blood by the time I get them, and they're kind of slow-moving on the ears. That's another benefit about catching them directly on the ears, one by one, is that once they've had their fill, they're just a bit drunk, and they're a bit slow, and you can catch them. You just look for the flea sign, little bits of flea dirt, and you hone in on it from there. But like I say, he's doing pretty well. You haven't got much flea sign. I'm fixing it. Yay! I'll have to check baby girl next, see how she's doing. They tend not to stay in her fur so much because he has longer fur and he's just so tender and delicate. I think they just prefer him, he's so sensitive. You definitely like it, don't you, Boo Boo? Hmm? Yeah, I can't find this thing. It's decided to hide and stay hidden. Oh, it wants to go. They generally don't bite in this area. They bite on the ears where it's easier to get to the blood. Because on the neck, the skin is kind of loose and there's no real access to the blood flow easily. So they hide here, but they don't bite here. Hey, Boo Boo. Oh boy. I'll have to catch this flea on its next drinking round. Ooh, careful, Boo Boo. You had enough? Yeah, you're showing off temper now. Okay, shall I take you indoors? Okay, he's had enough. So maybe I'll see if I can get baby girl a grooming session. Okay. Okay, Boo Boo. All right. Oh boy. Let's see if baby girl will have a session. Where is she? I don't know where she's at. Oh, she's under the table. Let's see. Hey, baby girl. Do you want a session? Are you missing out? Yes, baby. Ooh, come here. Okay, it's her turn. So, I generally haven't found, they're not attracted to her fur for some reason. Fleas isn't so much a bunny issue. Mites are more of a bunny issue. Anyway, I'm just popping this down here while I get her ready. Let's see. There you go. There you go, baby girl. Okay? You know what's coming. It's your turn. Hmm? Now, her fur's black, so it's a lot harder to see if there's flea sign. But that's why I have the white toothbrush. So first of all, I'm just going to see if there's any scaling, first of all. If there is any scaling or dander, possibly, I mean, her eyes look pretty clean. She doesn't have any eye goop. No eye goop, huh? What about your ears? Keep still for me a moment, baby girl. I'm just checking your ears. Not too bad. Ears are fairly clean. Oh, Oh, there's a big lump of poo in there. Let me see if I can get that. Come on. Ew. I didn't get it, but I got some stuff. Come on, let's get it. Gross. Ooh, you're a good girl. Hmm? There we go. Got a poo out of her ear. Big lump of ear poo. Okay, let's check your ears. So far, I just checked the toothbrush is completely white and there's no specks in it. It does look like she's been bitten because there's some scale on her ear. Right there. So she's being affected, but they're not laying in her for some reason. So once again, I'm doing this essential oil, and I can do it directly on the ear. Oh my god, I got fur stuck to my face. Ugh, it's uncomfortable. I can put it directly on her ear, or I can just wet the toothbrush, the nano toothbrush, wet the nano toothbrush and just go over the edges. Oh, that's interesting. So the scales just come off her ear. So this chunk of dander, this is a direct result of flea bite. Because what they tend to do is they bite on the ears where it's highly vascular and they can get to the veins and the blood easily. And it causes the skin to ooze and scab. But no blood comes out because obviously the fleas are taking it all up. So if you check your bunny's ears and they're scabby, crusty, it's a flea sign. But they're not laying in her ear, which is interesting. They just don't like you, baby girl. Which is good. Oh my god, the furs in my nose. Yeah, I have no idea why they tend to not stay in her fur. I mean, they do bite her, but they don't lay eggs in her. And I rarely get flea sign in her. Even, it doesn't even show up on the white brush. Once again, I'm dabbing the essential oil on because this actually does repel bugs, mosquitoes, everything. It's a mixture of peppermint, rosemary and lavender, and they quite like it. They don't like anything citrus, and that's actually toxic to them. So don't put citrus, citronella, citrus or anything strong like that. Okay, baby girl, you're pretty good. Hmm? Should we check your bum now? Is that no? I don't want you to do my bum. Well, you're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. It's just, okay. Let's see if we can do your butt. Oh, okay. Oh. I need to get the trimmers in there and trim around it because it's all kind of... She does have a problem with matted fur. She easily gets matted fur, which I do have to groom. You don't get fleas in this area. They tend not to like this area for some reason. But her fur does get very matted quite quickly. Hello, Bunny. What are you doing? Bunny's come outside. So I normally, because it's difficult for them to clean around here, I normally trim as much of this off because it's easier than bathing them, and if you bathe her, her fur tends to mat up and it gets even worse. So, okay, baby girl, you're doing good. You're doing good, huh? Okay. She's done. Show you what Bunny's up to. Okay, so that's them done. So I'll do that again another 2 hours and see if I can catch that manic flea.